In today's video, I want to go through some great deals that Newegg is running right now, including the best deal that I have seen thus far on Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, a game that has really held up in price point, but now it's seeing a little bit of a discount. Outside of those deals, I also want to run you guys through various updates on a number of PlayStation 4 games. Unfortunately, the XIII Remake has been delayed till 2020. Don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, given that hopefully in 2020 it's released at a time where there's not a lot of other major releases. We'll talk that. Indivisible is coming to the PlayStation 4 on October 8th. Just Cause 4 is getting brand new DLC, and yes, I know that Just Cause 4 had a pretty rocky start, but it's actually gotten a little bit better, and at this point is a lot cheaper, so it might not be a bad idea to at least look towards that game. So first up, I want to take you guys through all of the great deals available on Newegg. They are running a promo code right now that offers you 25% off select video games. The code is EMCTDTD33. We'll leave a link to it in the description box below, and we'll write out the code for you guys to easily use. As far as the great deals available as a part of the promo code, not a ton of them. However, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is listed for $45, and after the promo code, it'll knock it down to $33. That is a great deal on Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, which is, yes, a game that released, what, 5 months ago at this point, and a game being 5 months old in 2019 probably should mean it's down to 50% off, 60% off, whatever the case may be, but Sekiro has held up in price for quite a while, and at this point, it being down to $33 is without a doubt the best deal I've seen for it thus far. Now, the quality of the game obviously has been stated numerous times. It's by From Software, it's a challenging action game, however, it's definitely not just a carbon copy of the Souls titles. It features a lot of its own unique elements. There are a lot of differences in terms of its gameplay nuances. So just bear that in mind. However, it retains the challenge all the same, and if you're not into the challenge that the Souls games offered, I don't think you're really going to be into Sekiro. Yes, it plays a little bit differently, but it's challenging and rewarding all the same, and it does have that element going to it, but $33 for that game I think is a great buy. I imagine the majority of you guys that had a lot of interest in Sekiro have already picked it up, but nonetheless, thought that it would be good to mention that. Okay, outside of that, Days Gone the Collector's Edition is listed for $90. With the promo code, it'll knock it down to $67, which is actually pretty great. Now, I don't know how many people want to get the Days Gone Collector's Edition, however, it's actually quite good. You get a Days Gone statue, you get a steelbook case, 6 Days Gone Collector's Pin, physical and digital mini art book, physical and digital original soundtrack, Days Gone So-On patch, and 4 decals. And of course, all of that comes with the game itself. So the game regularly at this point is going for around $40. That's the most I would pay for Days Gone. Paying another $27 for all of the other collector's items, including a statue, I think that's a pretty good value. This did release at, I believe, $140, so it already being down to a $90 base price point is pretty good, and then 25% off stacked on top of that, taking it down to $67. I would say that's a really good deal. Okay, outside of that, Kingdom Hearts 3 is down to $30, and with the promo code, you'll get that for $22 and change. We've actually seen that as low as $20 recently, but still not a bad price point for that. For Honor Marching Fire Edition might be the best deal as a part of this entire sale. Yes, I did note Sekiro, however, For Honor Marching Fire Edition is listed for $10. With the promo code, you get it for a measly $7.50. That is absolutely absurd. This, of course, includes the base For Honor game and all of the updates and the Marching Fire expansion, which adds a ton of content to For Honor, which has been one of those Ubisoft games that, much like a lot of their other online multiplayer games, started off in one form, and since its release has gotten much better, and the Marching Fire expansion did a lot of good in making the experience better. So $7.50 for that. That is an absolute thumbs up. Definitely do give that a look. Speaking of Ubisoft, Tom Clancy's The Division 2 is listed for $40. With the promo code, it'll be knocked down to $30 flat. Great deal on The Division 2. We've been seeing it at around this price point pretty regularly at this point, but we haven't seen it any cheaper, so $30 for that is really good as well. Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Strikers is down to $15 with that 25% off promo code. It's down to, I believe, $10 and change. My math might be a little bit off there, but around that price point, I believe it's actually $11.25, but nonetheless, pretty good deal on that, although that's not the best Naruto game. For you Naruto buffs out there, it's not a bad pickup either. You can also get Starlink Battle for Atlas Starter Pack. That's down to $13.32. That's pretty insane. and a couple of other deals are available. Overwatch Game of the Year Edition is down to 19, but I've noted the ones that really stand out, and that being Sekiro, For Honor Marching Fire, as well as The Division 2, so do give that a look. I'll leave a link in the description box below. Okay, outside of that, I do want to give you guys a couple updates on a variety of different PlayStation 4 titles. 13's Remake has unfortunately been delayed until 2020. Originally, it was scheduled for a November 13th release, but it was announced by publisher Microids and developer PlayMagic. They have delayed 13 Remake from its previously announced November 13th release date to 2020. No specific release date was given. In a press release, Microids head of production Francis Colin said, quote, "We are thrilled with PlayMagic's work so far. This additional development time is needed to reach the level of polish we're aiming for. The announcement was greeted by an overwhelming response from the community, and we'll make sure to deliver the best possible game to our fans." Now, if you're unaware of what 13 was, it was a very stylish first-person shooter with elements of stealth and action, and the game centers around a character named 13 who has awakened with amnesia. He uses a variety of different weapons, gadgets to uncover the mystery of his identity through the 13 chapters and 34 missions. The characters and weaponry in 13 are cel-shaded, and that's really the most noteworthy thing about the game, and I feel like that's really what most people have taken away from 13 is that super unique art style. I really dug the art style, but the game itself was very good as well, and I was very excited to hear that the game was going to be remade for the PlayStation 4. Unfortunately, we won't get it this year, but hopefully we get it sometime early 2020. Kind of surprising that we didn't even get a release window of what season in 2020. Is it going to be early 2020, later in 2020? Whatever the case may be, let's hope they take their time and deliver the best product possible. Alright, next up, it was announced that Indivisible will be hitting the PlayStation 4 on October 8th, and this is another game that not too many people are talking about, but it does look to be a rather compelling title. It's coming from Lab Zero Games, the guys that also brought out Skullgirls. This one a lot different, being an action RPG. Indivisible is a hand-drawn action RPG platformer from Lab Zero, creators of the critically acclaimed Skullgirls, set in a huge fantasy world. Indivisible tells the story of Ajna, a fearless girl with a rebellious streak who sets out on a quest to save everything she knows from being destroyed. Raised by her father on the outskirts of their rural town, her life is grown into chaos when her home is attacked and a mysterious power awakens within her. The game's huge fantasy world, characters, and aesthetic design are inspired by various cultures and mythologies. Throughout Ajna's quest, she'll encounter many incarnations, people she can absorb into herself and manifest to fight alongside her. There are many incarnations to recruit, each with their own story and personality. By uniting people from faraway lands, Ajna will learn about herself, the world she inhabits, and most importantly, how to save it all. Indivisible will be hitting the PlayStation 4 on October 8th, so be aware of that release. This is being released right in the midst of a ton of other major releases. I believe the same day as Ghost Recon. I might be wrong about that, but right around the same time. So it's got a little bit of competition, so I wanted to bring you guys up to speed on that. And lastly, Just Cause 4 was a game that I was very critical of. It had a lot of issues, but now publisher Square Enix and developer Avalanche Studios have announced Just Cause 4's downloadable content in Danger Rising, which will be dropping August 29th and is the third and final add-on pack included with the Daredevils, Demons, and Danger expansion pass. Users who purchase the Gold Edition of Just Cause 4 will be able to access it 7 days early on August 22nd. Now, Just Cause 4 actually has gotten better through a number of updates. It still isn't at the level that I would have wanted out of a Just Cause game, but now also with it being a lot cheaper, it might not be a horrible idea to check out Just Cause 4 at this point. I probably would wait for the Gold Edition to get a little bit cheaper, maybe like south of $20. The base game, you can find that easily south of $20, but the Gold Edition with the extra content, that's still going for a hefty price point. Square Enix dropped an in-depth overview of the expansion. I'll leave a link in the description box below where you can check it out. It's a lot to go over, but Danger Rising is again the third DLC pack, and it brings a new story, tough enemies that can grapple just like Rico, and a new element that they're really excited about, the hoverboard. This is a true game changer. Just Cause 4 already had some of the best traversal mechanics around, but the hoverboard ties everything together and gives players the smoothest, most dynamic movement system in any action game. That is coming from Square Enix, not myself. I can vouch for that, but Just Cause 4 Danger Rising will be dropping August 29th, again the 22nd for those of you with the Gold Edition. And that's gonna conclude this video. Again, a ton of great deals over on Newegg right now, with Sekiro Shadows Die Twice being the cheapest it's ever been at $33, For Honor Marching Fire Edition at $7.50, that's insane. The Division 2 at $30, Days Gone Collector's Edition for $67 is kind of a sleeper hit, so check those out. 13's Remake unfortunately delayed until 2020. Hopefully they do get that right with that release. Indivisible will be dropping October 8th, and Just Cause 4 is getting some new DLC in Danger Rising, and that'll be coming August 29th. That's gonna conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.